Now we start here. What are the various applications of magic tree? So the various applications of magic tree means what? We can use that is about the electric field or a magnetic field tuner. We can say that we can use that ES tuner, or we can say that we can use as a balanced mixer. Also, we can use that as an isolator. We can use as a phase shifter. We can use as a transceiver switch here. Or we can say that about the duplex circuit. So you can consider that these are the applications of a magic tree. So what happened here in the magic tree? Magic tree generally it has a 4 port there. If you simply draw a rectangular waveguide, so then it is about your rectangular waveguide. And for this rectangular waveguide, if another end comes out, that is nothing but your this one is nothing but what we can say H arm here. We can say that this is nothing but your okay, so we can consider that here again sorry. This is about your E arm and this is nothing but your S arm. So that's about your magic. Okay. So now if you see that this port one we say your main arm that is port one. This is nothing but your port two. Okay. So now this arm is E arm, so it becomes a port three. This becomes a port four. Now if you see the property, if when we provide input to the port one, no output at port two. Okay, available here at port three and port four similarly here. Okay, so now if we provide the input to the port three, so this is isolated now. This port four is isolated. That's why we can say that we can use as an isolator. Now, if you consider that if you provide the input to the port 4, output is available at port 3. If output is not available at port 3, this port is isolated. You can consider that this it can be used as a isolator. Okay, we can consider that one of the port if you provide the input, so another port will act as an isolator. Next, we can use that ES tuner. ES tuner means what? Whatever the arm we have, now this is not supposed to be we have an arm here. Okay, so now this arm is nothing but what? It's tuned here. Okay, so we can consider that this is nothing but a portion of the arm here. We can consider to be a tune here. So this is about a tuner. We just consider that we can variably tune that whatever the arm we have. That is nothing but what we can say that a ES tuner. Okay, likewise. We can consider that okay, so this is about E tuner and this is about a S tuner. Okay, this arm can be used as a tuner. So we can consider that at various place for this E or H plane there, we can consider that is short. Okay, this is a sub or we can say that is a, we can say that one particular plane here. Okay, you can consider that arm is nothing but a short here. So this arm is a short. We can increase or decrease that variable of that particular short here, or simply we say that we can consider that a stub. Okay, so we can increase that length of the stub from your junction. So variable stub or variable short we can say that is for the E arm, or for, we can say it is in the H arm there. So that position of this particular shot or whatever we can say stub can be adjusted based on that whatever the load we require. Okay, as per the load requirement, we can adjust that particular shot so that we'll get that the PSWR at the another port there. Okay, that is about your ESQ. Next, if you consider that a balance mixer, in a balance mixer, what happens if you provide, okay, now suppose to be instead of that particular shot, suppose I am just consider the, okay, again I'll redraw the magic key here. So now whatever the arm we have, this is nothing but a magic key. Okay, this is about your E arm, this is about your H arm here. Now we can consider that here in the case of what, here we have considered that a short there. Okay, so now instead of that, if you consider the same arm, if you provide the input to the whatever the arm we have, that is about the E arm, or you can say that a signal is there, signal input from this particular arm. If we provide the signal to this particular arm, what happens? This becomes isolated. Okay, this particular port becomes isolated. We provide the input here. This at that same time this is isolated. Now then we can consider that local oscillator here. Okay, when we provide the input at this particular arm, okay, output will be available. If we provide the input at this particular arm, output will be available to the port 1 or port 2. As per the property of a E plane T or H plane T, your output is available based on that whatever the we can say that that the properties about what magnitude is equal, but phase is changed. If it is E arm is there, magnitude is equal, but out of phase. If you consider that H arm, okay, if you provide the input here, output is available equally, it is divided equally. But what happens? There is about a change in a phase. Okay, so no change in a phase, but in each case it is change in a phase. Now, if we consider that a matched termination here, this is to be arm, is to be matched here. So then we can consider that a amplifier here. So then we'll get that a output that is about, we can say that's about the IF amplifier, or we can say that's about the, we say consider that this works as a mixer there or a balance mixer there. So here we are saying a signal, instead of a signal we consider that supposed to be antenna is connected here. Now we are getting a signal from the antenna, that is about whatever the carrier we have. Okay, so at the same time we need to consider the local oscillator to reduce or to remove that particular carrier signal. Okay, so that we will get that IF amplifier. Okay, so we can consider that a mixer here, a mixture of this particular two signal, and then we'll get the output. So that is called as a balance. But now the same thing is there if you use this as a duplexer. Okay, if we consider that this is as a duplexer, then what we can do, we can consider that port 1 is what, port 1 is connected to the antenna. Okay, then we have a port 2, port 1 is connected to the antenna, port 2 is a matched termination. So what happened here, we consider that, okay, so port 1 is the antenna, means we consider that this about your waveguide again. Okay, this is about your E arm here. This is about your H arm. Now, this is about your port 1. For port 1, we connect the antenna here. Okay. And then port 2, we have a port 2 here. Port 2 is to be nothing but what? A match termination. Or you can say that a matched load. Here is the match termination we consider. And we can consider that this E arm is nothing but a E arm. E arm will be act as a transmitter. And this is nothing but what? A H arm. And this is act as a receiver. Okay. Now in that case, this is act as an antenna. We can use the same antenna for transmitting the signal. If we transmit the signal from this particular arm, okay, then antenna is used to transmit the signal. Now the same antenna can be used as a receiver. If we receive the signal from the antenna, the signal will reach to the okay H arm here. Now in this case, what happened? The transmitter and receiver both are isolated. If we provide the signal from this particular arm, what happened? So no output is available here. Now if that antenna start to work here from the port and port 1, if we provide the input, output is available at this particular end. Okay, any reflection comes from this particular receiver will not harm your transmitter. Okay, so that is about your, we can say that if this can be act as a deflection. But what happened due to this port is matched, so there are a lot of what we can say that is about a loss in the particular power there. Okay, so that's why the people are not using this. Okay, as a deflection. We can just say that example that is about we can use this as a deflection, or we can say that a transmit receiver. Generally, we can say that a transmit receiver switch. Okay, so we can consider this particular arm as a transmit receiver switch, or we can say that is a phase shifter. If you provide the input, your phase is changes. Okay, likewise. So we can say that it is used as a transmit receiver switch, or you can say that it is used as a phase shifter, or you can say that a duplexer there, or we can say that it can be used as a isolator. Now this is about your magic tee. Now next we consider that a another another portion what we can consider that a directional coupler. Okay, we consider the coupler. Now these are about the various components to be learned, and then one by one we will see that various components. Okay, now coupler can be what? It can be a 4-port coupler, because we have a, what happened here, because the coupler we consider that a input. Okay, it has a 4-port there. What happened in the coupler? It couple the signal from your main arm to the secondary arm, or you can say that from your primary arm to the secondary arm. Now this is about your coupler. Okay, in the case of a coupler, what happened? Coupler is nothing but a 4-port device, but it is just provide the input or couple the power in a forward direction. So you can consider that this is nothing but a port 1, this is nothing but a port 2. Okay, you can consider that port 4, you can consider that port 3. Now what happened? This is nothing but your primary arm. Primary waveguide means we can consider that this is nothing but your primary waveguide. But your power is coupled to your secondary arm. Okay, this way. We can consider that it is coupled to your secondary arm. This way. No power in this particular port. If supposed to be, if we provide the input to the port 1, okay, are you getting? That is about a coupler. It is a forward directional coupler. We can say that a forward directional coupler, or we can say that a directional coupler. Simple. Or we can say that only a directional coupler. No need to mention that it is about a forward directional coupler. Because since we have a primary waveguide, in the case of a primary waveguide, port 1 to port 2. Okay, that is about a port 1 to port 2. We can consider that it is about a primary waveguide. Okay, 1 to 2. and port 3 to port 4, it is about a secondary waveguide. Okay, it is about a secondary waveguide. In a secondary waveguide, what happened when we provide the input to the port 4, your power is coupled to the port 4. Power is available because since it is a primary one. Okay, since it is a primary one, so we can consider that when we provide input to the port 1, okay, when we provide the input to the port 1, output is available at port 2. Okay, if we provide the input to the port 1, output is available at a port 2, but there is no transmission or no coupling power to the port 3. This one, this guy. Now, if supposed to be, we can consider that instead of that, if we consider that a input, if we provide the input to the port 2, okay, if we provide the input to the port 2, output is available at port 1 and port 3. In that case, what happened here? We couple the signal in this direction. And likewise, when we provide the input to the port 2, what happened? Output is available at port 1 and port 3. No power is coupled to the port 2. Are you getting? So that is about a simple and a straightforward one. When we consider that a input to what? A port 1. Okay, when we provide the input to the port 1, output is available at what? A port 2. Output is available at port 2 and port 3. Sorry, port 4. Output is available at port 2 and port 4. Okay, input is provided at port 1. Output is available at port 2 and port 4. And no transmission. Okay, no transmission or no coupling of a power. No coupling of a power takes place to the port 3. Okay, no power coupled to the port. Now, second condition is that if you consider that input to the port 2, if we provide the input to the port 2, what happens? Output is available at what? A port 1. Output is available at what? A port 3. No transmission or no coupling. Okay, no coupling power to port 4 because it is a forward, or we can say that it is a directional coupler. That's why no coupling power from one port to the another port here. All of you remember. Okay. So now that is about, we can say that this is about a directional coupler. Now how this happens? How your signal is propagating in a forward direction? How this directivity occurs? So inside that, okay, so there are the holes. Okay, there are the holes. So that is, we can say that either two hole couple there are, we can consider that because primary waveguide is there and a secondary waveguide. Power is coupled from the primary to the secondary through the holes. There are the holes. There are two hole coupler or a multi-hole directional coupler. So in that case, two holes are there. So what happened when we provide the input from the one of the arm? Okay. So now then what happened from this particular arm? So output is available at port 2 and port 4. When it reaches to this particular port 3, it is cancelled. It will cancel each other. If it is a two hole, suppose I am saying that there are the two holes. Okay, your power is coupled. It is adding here. Power from this particular portion and power from this particular portion added here. But when it reaches to this particular direction, there is change in a phase occur. That's why it is cancelled each other. So we consider that this is the okay. The difference between this particular hole is to be what? If it is depending upon that, what will be the guide wavelength. Okay, so how many holes we have? According to that, we consider that difference between this particular hole. So based on this, we can find out how much is the coupling takes place, coupling factor, or we can say that a coupling loss, coupling factor, power coupled from this particular port. We say that input is about a port 1 and power is coupled to the port 4. Okay, we can consider that input at a port 1, power is coupled at the port 4 there. And a directivity, we say that there is no power coupled here. Okay, so that's why directivity is nothing but what? At this input side here, Okay, we can consider that the output from the port 3, output from the port 4. In that case, what will be the output we are getting at the same port is nothing but P4 by P3. That is about nothing but a directivity. The directivity, all these terms are in a dB. So we can find out what will happen to this particular port and all. So now while working with this particular port, when we provide the input here, we need to consider that all other ports is to be matched and then work out. We will see in a practical. Okay. So if we provide input to the port 1, suppose, and when we are measuring the output at a port 2, all other port is to be matched. If we are measuring at the port 4, all other port is to be matched. Okay, that is about a way to work or to find out how much is the power coupling. Okay, power coupling takes place. That's why we consider that what are the various ways to couple the power. Now consider that the simple a two-hole directional coupler. In a two-hole directional coupler, what happens? This one is about your main waveguide. Now in this main waveguide, this one is a hole. Okay, this is nothing but a hole we have. Now this is about your waveguide here. This is about, we can say that is about a port 1. Here we can say that is about a port 2, port 3 and a port 4. Now these are a two holes. Okay. Now these are the two holes. What happened here in this particular case? These are the two holes, and that hole are nothing but what? It is depending upon that. That is what will be your guiding wavelength. It is nothing but what? T n plus 1 lambda g by 4. Okay, that is about a guiding wavelength. So that is nothing but a spacing between these two holes. Okay, that is spacing between these two holes is nothing but what? A lambda g by 4. Twice n plus 1 lambda g by 4. Now that n is nothing but what? Any positive integer. If we have a multiple holes and all, or we can say that any factor we consider that. Okay, that is for the guiding hole. Now, when we provide input to the port 1, what happens? Your your signal, okay, consider that if we provide the input to the port 1, then what happens? From this particular holes, your signal propagates. Okay, from this particular hole, signal propagate, and then using this particular holes, your signal propagating and available at the port 4. Now these are nothing but what? Inside these are, this is nothing but a primary waveguide, this is nothing but a secondary waveguide. Now these holes are act as a slot. That's why we can say that is a slot antenna. From this slot, your signal propagating from the port 1 to the port 4. Okay, this secondary arm. Okay, so now it is just like a forward wave, your signal propagating in a forward wave. In that case, when the wave reaches at this particular port 4 here, what happens? Output is available at this particular port through this particular holes. They are adding because of the same phase. They are adding. Now, so that's why the output is available at port 4 is the added output of this two holes. Added output of this particular two holes. So output is added because of that two holes. But there is no output added at this particular, sorry, I just mentioned that this is a port 2. Okay. And this is a port. Now, when we provide the input to this port 1, output is available to this secondary arm. But here it is added. Okay, your output is added here. That's why output is available at port 4. No output available to this particular port. Okay, because it is about a out of phase. Your output is out of phase. So that's why it is a cancel. Your output is out of phase. That's why it is a cancel. It will cancel at the port 3, and at the port 4 it is added. So that's why we'll get that output addition. Okay, in the same phase, it is the same phase here. So that's why it is a added. It is the out of phase, so that's why it is a cancel. So at the port 3 no output. If we provide the input to the port 1, output will be available at port 2 as well as a port 4. If we provide the input to the port 2, output will be available at port 1 and a port 3. Okay, in a forward direction. If one, it is in that direction. If you provide input here, that direction. Like that is about your multi-hole. Sorry, a two-hole directional coupler. In a multi-hole directional coupler, there are multiple holes. Okay, so now before that we just find out what is the S matrix for this directional coupler. We obtain that S matrix, okay, S matrix for what? A directional coupler. Now AS matrix, because it has a 4 port there. Now all these ports, if you consider that, they are simply, okay, so they are simply that port, each and every ports are matched. So that's why that all the ports, if you consider that a match, then in that case what happens? S11 is equal to S22 is equal to S33 is equal to S44. Okay, so all these are matched, so that's why it is a nothing but a zero. Means we can say that in S matrix, diagonal components are zero. How your S matrix looks like generally? Okay, likewise S11, because it is 4 port, S11, S12, S13, S14, S21, S22, S23, S24, S31, S32, S33, S34, S41, S42, S43, S44. Now, this is nothing but your matrix. Now, in this case, if you consider that a matching condition, this condition, all the diagonal elements are 0. Okay, now these components are 0. This was nothing but 0, this is nothing but 0, this is nothing but 0. Okay, like you can consider that all these components are 0. Now, when we provide the input to the port 1, okay, when we provide the input to the port 1, so no output or no coupling. No coupling to which port? That is no coupling to port 3. Okay, no coupling to port 3. If we provide the input to the port 2, okay, if we provide the input to the port 2, what happened? No coupling to the port 4. Likewise. So in that case, what we can say that when we provide the input to the port 1, no coupling, this S13 becomes 0. If we provide the input to the what? A port 2, output at port 4 becomes 0. Okay. So now, if I change it now, if I reverse it, suppose I am providing the input to the port 4. Okay. Input to the what? We can say that input to the port 3 or input to the port 4. What happened there? No coupling. Now in that case, secondary arm. Okay, secondary arm considered as the primary and primary arm considered as the secondary now. In that case, a no coupling to the port 1 and here a no coupling to the, when we provide the input to the port 1, okay, no coupling to the port 2. So in that case, we can say that when we provide the input to the port 3, output at 1 becomes 0. Input at a port 2, sorry, input at port 4, output at 2 becomes 0. So in that case, if you write all these equations, okay, all these values, in this case, what happens? S matrix becomes what? Whatever the diagonal components we have, they become 0. S12 will be there, but S13 is 0. Okay, S1, what about the S14 here? Okay, we can consider that S14 as it is. Then S21. S21 is there. No. Okay, S21 is as it is. This is diagonal component. S23. Okay, S24 is 0. S24 is 0. Then S31. S31 is 0. Okay, this is 0. Then S32. Okay, this is S32. S33 is 0. S34. S34 is 0. Okay, no, S34 is not 0. Then S41. S41 is there. Okay, no, it is not 0. S42. S42 is 0. Okay, S43. And S44 becomes 0. Now this is nothing but your, what we can say that a S matrix for this directional coupler. Okay, we can simplify again this directional coupler and solve it. So now how to solve it? You consider one of the row here. Okay, any one of the row. Okay, so we can consider that any one of the row and apply the zero property. Suppose I am saying that this row I am supposed to be considered now. When applying the zero property means what? This becomes a column. This row you multiply by column. So what? How it becomes? It becomes what? S12, S14 complex conjugate we have. S32, S34 is about a complex conjugate. It becomes a zero. Okay, I just consider only a single row, first row and a first column. So in that case, this becomes a zero. Now in that case, what happens when we take out? Okay, when we take out this particular equation and see the equations here, what happens from this particular property? We are not able to see or we are not able to find out what happened to this particular various components there. Now, if we consider that a unity property in that case, okay, if we consider that unity property in that case, so this becomes instead of a 0, this becomes a 1 here. Okay, we can write instead of a 0, it becomes a 1. So now we can solve it for this 1. Okay, in that case, S1, 2 and S1, 4 is there. Okay, likewise. So now when this condition occurs, so one of the, when in this particular row, okay, in that particular row, what happens? One of the arm, one of this particular element is to be what? A real one, and another is to be a, what we can say that imaginary one. Now, how this real and imaginary components occur? So if we consider that, or if we solve this equation, okay, for consider that a reciprocity theorem by applying reciprocity theorem here, in that case S12, and we can consider that for this particular case here S34. Okay, S12 is nothing but S12 is equal to what? S34. When it occurs, when we see that S14 becomes what? S41, or we can say that S23 becomes a S32. Okay, or we can say that S12 becomes S2, or S34 becomes S4. In that case, this happens when we have S34 becomes a S4. So when this condition occurs, okay, when this condition occurs, if we take out common from this particular expression, okay, so in that case, so we consider that S23 here, okay, for this S12 and S14. If we consider that a, this expression, and if we take out, this is as a common S1. So in that case, this becomes, you can say, your real number, and this becomes your a imaginary. So, if further we solve it, our equation, or we can just solve it by consider that S12 is equal to S34. Okay, this becomes a P now. If we consider that S12 is plus S34, okay, so this one becomes a P. So we can consider that this expression again, P, we have a common word S14 plus S32 is equal to what we can say instead of 1, we consider that is a 0 property. Now this is P. So when it will be a P, okay, when we can say that this becomes a P. So this particular factor is to be imaginary one. So then and then this becomes a P. Okay, so we can consider that this particular equation and solve it, we will get that a matrix becomes S matrix becomes what? Alternate component becomes a imaginary, or we can say that about the real one. Okay, so we can consider that matrix again 0 we can say P, then is 0, CQ here, P 0, JQ here 0, 0, CQ 0, P. We can say that JQ 0, P and 0. There is nothing but you can say that is about the matrix for your, you can say that is about the S matrix for the two-hole directional coupling. Simply, you can consider that here simply we say that is about a P, so another alternate element becomes a imaginary one. Okay, this becomes, suppose this is a positive, okay, this one is a positive, all other will be a imaginary one. So that's why, okay, if you see that S32 is likewise, S32 is here, S32 is here, S32 is here, imaginary, and this image. Okay, this is about S14 is imaginary, S14 is imaginary. Okay, so just remember that one of the portion will be what we can say that imaginary, and one of the portion will be what we can say that is about a primary. Okay, that's about a case of what we see here in a two-hole directional coupler. In the case of a multi-hole directional coupler, okay, what happened here? I just draw a diagram here first. That's about your rectangular waveguide. Okay, like so. In that case, what happened? Okay, like so. In the case of multi-hole directional coupler, this is a nothing but you can say that is a primary one, and this is nothing but a secondary one. Okay, multi-hole. So it has a multiple holes present, and through that your power couple. So I say that this is nothing but a port 1 and this is nothing but a port 2. This is act as a primary and this is act as a secondary. If I consider 1 and 2 and this becomes a 3 and this becomes a 4 now. Same thing happens. In a two hole coupler there are a two holes. Okay. So instead of a two hole there are the multiple holes. Your power couple in a forward direction. If you provide the input to the port 1, output is available at port 2 and port 4. No output is available. If you provide the input to the port 2, output is available at port 3 and port 1. No output is available at port 4. Okay. That is nothing but a same one. Okay. Same thing. That is for the two hole coupler. Same thing here for the multi hole coupler. Okay. Nothing more. So that is about your, that is nothing but what we can say that is about a coupler, directional coupler we have seen. Next about we can see that is about a circulator. Now in a circulator, what happened? Next one is a circulator. In a circulator, it has a multiple ports generally. Okay, for time being, we'll just consider that only a four port circulator. Four port circulator. Put here. Okay, now this is nothing but a four port circulator. We can consider that port 1. Okay, consider that port 2. Likewise, anyone. Either we can consider that clockwise direction or anti-clockwise. Aim we need to consider that it is to be satisfied here. Okay, so likewise. So if we consider that port 1, port 2, port 3, nothing happens. But what happened here in this particular case, when we provide the input to the port 1, output is available at port 2. Okay, circulator. Circulator means what? How it works? It works what? When we provide, okay, when we provide the input to nth port. Okay, when we provide the input to nth port, output is available to n plus 1 port. Okay, output are available at to the n plus 1 port. All other ports are isolated. Okay, all other ports are isolated. Now, I am just looking for this particular case here. Now, if supposed to be, we say that input is available to the port 1, output is available at port 2, no power coupled to the port 3 and port 4. If we provide the input to the port 2, output is available at port 3, no power coupled to port 4 and port 1. If we provide the input from the port 3, output is available at port 4, no power coupling to the port 1 and port 2. Likewise, okay, if we provide the input to the port 4, output is available at port 1, no power coupled to the this particular port. Likewise, if we whatever we can say that if we provide the input to the nth port, output is available to the n plus 1 port. Okay, that is called a 4-port circulator. So now how it happens? So inside it has a phase shifter. Inside it has a phase shifter. So now when we provide the input to the port 1, okay, internally it has a phase shifter there. When we provide the input to the port 1, what happens? When a signal is propagating through this, okay, so a phase will be added here. Okay, your phase will be added. That's why same phase it will be equal here. But for this other port, there is a change in a phase occur. Okay, there is a change in a phase occur. So that's why so output at a port 3 and port 4 will be cancelled each other. Same thing happens when we provide the input to the port 2. Output is available here with the same phase, other will be output cancelled. So likewise. So now if you obtain the S matrix for this circulator, it is a 4-port there, S11, S12, S13, S14, S21, S22, S23, S24, S31, S32, S33, S34, S41, S42, S43, S44. Now this is nothing but your circulator. Now you consider that for the particular port, if okay, all the ports are matched. Okay, in this particular case, if all the ports are matched, so this becomes 0, this becomes 0, this becomes 0, means your diagonal elements are 0. Now next case, if I provide the input to the port 1, if I provide the input to the port 1, output is available at port 2. Okay, output will be available at port 2. But at the same time, okay, yes, there is a power output at the same time. But if I provide the input to the port 1, output will not be available to the port 3 and output will not be available at port 4. That's why it becomes 0. If I provide, okay, if I provide here input is to port 2. If I provide input to the port 2 here, what happen? No output. Port 2 input is there. Output is available at port 3, but no output at port 4 as well as no output at port 1. Okay, so if supposed to be I provide the input to the port 3, output is available at port 4, no output at 1, no output at 2, it becomes 0. If I provide input to the port 4, output is not available to the port 2 as well as output is not available at port 3. If I write all these values here, okay, if I write all these values, now say that S31 and S41. S31 becomes 0, S41 becomes 0. Okay, next S42 and S12. Okay, S42 and S12. S42 here, S42 and S12. Now this case S13 and S23. S13 and S23. Now S24 and S34. S24 and S. Now if you see that, it looks like what? S14 available here, available here, available here. Okay, so likewise. So you consider that, okay, circulator only what? Each row, okay, only each row, only single element, one element is there. Okay, that is about your S matrix. If I suppose to be change that, if I rewrite the matrix again, it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, likewise. Okay, it's supposed to be, I consider that a power available there. In that case, for the matching condition, you will get that S matrix likewise. Okay, that is about the S matrix. Now, if your meeting end, again you rejoin. Okay, all of you listen. If your meeting end, you rejoin again. Next, we consider that a isolator. Now in a isolator, what happens? It has just like a one ferrite rod is present in a isolator. Just draw a diagram of a isolator. So now what happened? The role of isolator means what? It isolates. Role of isolator means what? It isolates your signal. When it is propagating the signal from your source, it will reach to the load. But if supposed to be any reflection comes from the load, it should not come to the source there. So means it isolates your source and a load. Okay. It isolates. Isolator means what? It isolates your source and the load there. If any reflection comes, your source will damage. So that's why to avoid it, if isolators are used. Now your signal is propagating in only one direction. Isolator, your signal is propagating in one direction. Suppose I am saying that it is a two-port isolator. It is a two-port isolator. What happened? Two port, port one is about your